So it's been a hot minute. Hi. A lot of people subscribed while I was gone, and so I feel like by the time this video goes into your subscription box, you may have forgotten who I am and immediately decide to unsubscribe, and that's okay. Even when I was making videos, it had been a long time since I talked about books at all, but I've recently been into reading again, and I ordered a bunch of things from Book Outlet, which is a great site that gets you cheap books. Obviously not sponsored, but you should definitely check it out. And so I'm just gonna show you what I got because I just picked this up. Let's just do it. I got a total of 7 books and it was all together $52. If you buy books, you know that that's a good deal. I'll tell you each individual thing and a little bit about the book. It's kind of like for fall. Some of it was just random, but most of it is like for fall vibes because I'm a basic autumn bitch and I like autumn and I want to read things that get me in the mood. So starting in the vibes, 10 Dead Comedians by Fred Van Lente or Lent, I don't really know. I've heard it compared to Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. I think it's like directly based off of that, but with a bunch of comedians. And Then There Were None is probably my favorite mystery book of all time. I'm obsessed with whodunits in isolated scenarios. They just make me really happy. So I thought I'd read this. This was $6.19. And that's Canadian dollars, so you know it's cheaper than American. Continuing on the theme, The Book of Lost Things by John Connolly. So after this kid is mourning the death of his parents, he realizes that the books he reads turn into stories that he can go into, but they're like darker and angrier, and he has to go through it to get home. And it kind of just, the synopsis reminded me of Coraline, and that is my all-time favorite movie. And just the cover art is very appealing. This book was $3.73. I also got The Wicked Deep. I don't like this cover. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the cover, but it had to do with witches from the 1800s that were hanged, and then they like come back every year to haunt the locals, and then something emerges out of that story. I don't know too much again. Ooh, shiny cover. I just really like anything from that era to do with witches. Obviously it's set later on, but just like those vibes. And this book was $8.88. We're straying from the theme a bit here. This book I heard a lot about on BookTube like years ago, and then I never picked it up. I just was never like motivated enough to pick it up. But I saw it again when I went on Book Outlet, and I realized it's set in Dublin, and I went to Ireland last year and I was obsessed with it, and I'm still obsessed with it, which is why as soon as I read that it was set there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. This is like a thriller dark comedy about a guy who runs a funeral parlor, and then he runs over somebody by accident at night and kills them. And he finds out that that was the brother of like the biggest mob boss in Dublin, and so he gets scared and he runs away. And then the next day he gets a call and he has to arrange the funeral for the mob brother for the guy that he killed. So sounds like a ride. This was $3.56. This is called Nowhere Boy. First of all, this cover is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's by Catherine Marsh, and I think it's a children's novel, but honestly, I feel like people don't read those enough because they can actually be like quite profound in a weird way. And this one has to do with a Syrian refugee. He's an 11-year-old boy and he makes his way to Belgium but loses his dad along the way, and then forms a friendship with an American boy who just moved to Belgium and is feeling homesick. It just seemed like something I'd be interested in. So this one was $9.25. So this book looks like it'll be small in the box, and then I pick it up and it looks like this. So obviously a lot of you will know what this is. Flowers in the Attic. It's 2 books in one. So Flowers in the Attic and then Petals on the Wind. I don't know, I haven't heard much about the sequel, but obviously Flowers in the Attic is a classic that I've been wanting to read for a long time, just because the themes are really intriguing to me. It sounds really dark and twisted. Yeah, I think people rag too much on classic literature. It can be really enjoyable, so I just felt like that was something that honestly might be a great autumn vibe for me. And this book was $8.28. This is called The Truth Lies Here by Lindsay Klingel. I think her father writes like tabloids and stuff about the supernatural, but he doesn't believe in them. And then he goes missing. And so she like goes to this town to try and figure out what happened to him. Townspeople start repeating the same phrases verbatim. Men in black suits are like walking around. She's starting to forget things. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Wayward Pine series. If you haven't, absolutely read it. It's a trilogy, and it's amazing. And ever since I read that series, anything to do with like a creepy town or like a town where things are strange always intrigues me. So, and this one was $3.90, and that is my cat using the litter box. I'm sorry, I can't control when she shits. This is the last book, and funnily enough, it still has a Target sticker on it, so I know where it originated from. First of all, she cute. And it's The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. Obviously, like, this is just full autumn vibes. This girl has a grandmother who used to write a lot of like dark fairy tales, and then she dies alone on her estate called Hazelwood. And then the girl's mother is also stolen away by a figure who claims to be from the world of her grandmother's stories. And essentially she has to like go into that world to try and save her mom. And it seems like, you know, fairy tales, the woods, magic. So I'm sorry, my cat is having a panic attack. Calm yourself. I'm sorry. He's fine. I don't abuse them, I swear. So that was $8.88. And that's all the books that I have for you / myself today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching, if you're not, live your life. But yeah, thanks. If you want to see stuff for my channel, since I'm here, I guess, let me know. Okay, bye.